Okay, good morning students. Today we will discuss paper number 7 and 8. See question number 1 to 5. In paper number 7, business professionals are often dash situations where their jobs are redefined. So here the sentence will take a verb in the past participle form to fit in the passive form. So passive voice structure is there. So or often. So here you are using or often. So or often. Or is followed by a verb in the passive form. Or is followed by the verb in the passive voice. So or often exposed to. Or often exposed to. Whenever you are talking about a sentence in the passive voice, you should use the third form of the verb. So here business professionals are often exposed to situations where their jobs are redefined. So here A and D, they are incorrect. This is not correct. Have to face is not correct. Also this one, get exposure to, is not correct. Why they are incorrect? As they have used the verb have and get, which are not past participles. Have, and here also we are using get. These are not past tense. We should use the third form of the verb only. So we should use past participle. So exposed to is the correct one. So exposed to is the correct answer. Let us see the next one. Governments in United States and Europe have been dashed the question of financial institutions becoming too big to fail. The same thing apply here. In passive voice, whenever you are using the word been, it should be followed by the third form of the verb. Been is always followed by the third form of the verb. So here we should use preoccupied with. Preoccupied with. So preoccupied with. The meaning is busy with something. Preoccupied with means busy with something. So government in United States and Europe have been preoccupied with the question of financial institutions becoming too big to fail. So here we should use preoccupied with. So you should remember the sentence structure: have plus, been plus, third form of the verb. Have plus, been plus, third form of the verb. So here preoccupied with is definitely correct. Let us see the next one. So you might got the doubt why this is not correct. Has occupied is not correct. This is not correct. Why this is not correct? Here we are using present perfect tense. We should use the past tense. We should use the past tense. So present perfect tense is not suitable. So D is not correct. Let us see the next question. Motivation is as much dash in building a successful family as it is in building a successful business. So motivation plays an important role in building a successful family as it is in building a successful business. In successful business, to become success, motivation is important. Family also, to become success, motivation is very important. So here we should use which word? Strong impetus. That is definitely correct. Strong impetus means encouragement. Strong impetus means encouragement. Catalyst. Catalyst means something which change or something which accelerates. That is catalyst. Contributing factor, driving force, all are having the same meaning, that is encouragement. So all are correct. All of the above is definitely correct. Let us see the next one. Previous research shows the longer people commute, the lower their job satisfaction. The longer people commute means if your working place is very far away from your home, your job satisfaction will be less. If your working place is very far away from your home, if you are working some other place, your home is at some other place, then there will be less job satisfaction, and dash they are to quit. And dash they are quit means they are more likely to quit, and the more likely they quit. So here we should use the more likely. So here the ABC, first one is not correct, second one is not correct, third one is not correct. So here first one, second one and third one is incorrect. As They should be followed by. They should be followed by. They should be followed by gerund. Gerund means of plus them plus quitting. Of plus them plus quitting. So here A, B, C are incorrect. So we should use which one? The more likely. The more likely they are to quit. So here we are using they. Here we are using they. So of plus them plus quitting. The more likely. That is the correct word. So the more likely is the correct one. See the next one. Before we go on to blame the rest of the world for our children's problems, let's dash to ourselves and see. Here we are using ourselves. Reflexive. Ourselves means reflexive. So let's dash to ourselves. Let's hold a mirror to ourselves and see if we are really doing the best. Before we go on to blame the rest of the world for our children's problem, let's hold a mirror to ourselves and see if we are really doing the best. So here, holding a mirror to ourselves is an idiom. That means reflecting one's thoughts and opinions. Reflecting one's thoughts and opinions. So here which is the correct word? Holding a mirror to ourselves. Holding a mirror to ourselves means reflecting one's thoughts and opinions. So 3 is the correct word. Next. Let us see the remaining meanings. See the brighter side. See the brighter side means looking at the positive side. Looking at the positive side. That is the meaning of see the brighter side. Put 2 and 2 together. Put 2 and 2 together means to draw a conclusion. To draw a conclusion or coming to a conclusion. Then look at the positive. Look at the positive means to look at the positive aspect. Look at the positive aspect. So here we should use holding a mirror to ourselves. So before we go into blame anyone, we have to see whether we are perfect or not to ourselves. So here holding a mirror is definitely correct. Next. With the death or absence of the primary wage earner. So here there are 4 words. We have to identify which one is error. Or that means spelling error or inappropriate. With the death or absence of the primary wage earner, women were enforced is not correct. So here enforced is not correct. We should use the word forced. So with the death or absence of the primary wage earner, that means a married woman, if her husband has expired, then it is obvious for the woman to work for their livelihood. So women were forced to enter the workforce, not enforced. We should use forced. Enforced means implemented. Enforced means implemented. So that we can't use here. Enforced is wrong. We should use forced. That means they don't have any option except to enter into the workforce. So we should use the word forced. Enforced is inappropriate. Forced is correct. Next. He focused his attention on the Kingdom of Portugal, which consistently violated his trade prohibitions. He focused his attention on the Kingdom of Portugal, which consistently violated his trade prohibitions. Here, no error is there, all are correct. Compulsory lessons, this is spelling error. Lessons spelling Lessons. Compulsory lessons. Lessons. Lessons means classes. Lessons means classes. Compulsory lessons in foreign language normally start at the end of the primary school or at the start of the secondary school. So here lessons is inappropriate. We should use the correct thing, lessons. That is a spelling mistake is there, Lessons. With the rise of William the Conqueror, the North Sea began to lose its importance as an invasion route. Route means ground. Route means ground level. That is not correct. Here we have to use ROUTE. This is the appropriate word. Not invasion route. It is invasion route. So here route is foundation. Route means path. Here route means foundation. That is not correct. We are talking about one important route or one important way or one important path. So we should use route. So route is incorrect. We should use route, which is the correct thing. Since 2010, a disrepute between London Underground and trade unions. Not disrepute, it is dispute. Dispute is the correct word. It is not disrepute. We should use which word? Dispute. Dispute means conflict or fight. So we should use dispute. Since 2010, a dispute between London Underground and trade unions over holiday pay has resulted in limited service on Boxing Day. So we should use the correct word dispute. D-I-S-P-U-T-E. Let us see the next one. Minting of bullion coins began in 1957 to satisfy a demand for authentic sovereign coins which suffered from heavy counterfeiting. So here also we should see which one is inappropriate or any spelling mistake is there. Minting means here the sentence tells us how minting of bullion coins began to satisfy the demand for authentic sovereign coins which suffered from heavy forging. So here counterfeiting is spelling mistake. So counterfeiting correct spelling COUNTERFEITING. This is the correct spelling. Counterfeiting means not genuine. Counterfeiting means not genuine. So counterfeiting, there is a spelling mistake. The correct word is not COUNTRFEITING. Next, in the last few months, high net worth individuals have pumped in blatant sums. Blatant is not correct. Blatant means shamelessness. Blatant means shamelessness. So we should use huge sums. So here we are talking about very high sum of money. So we should not use blatant. Blatant is not correct. We should use huge. Huge sums of money into real estate. In the last few months, high net worth individuals have pumped in blatant. Instead of blatant, you should use huge sums of money into real estate. Let us see the next one. In 1975, at a camp for under 22 cricketers in Mumbai, Kapil Dev and his teammates were served 2 chapatis and a spoonful of vegetables at the end of a saping practice session. So here saping is incorrect. So correct word is saping. S-A-P-P-I-N-G. Saping means weaken or dull. So at the end of a dull practice session or weekend practice session, so Kapil Dev and his cricketers were served 2 chapatis and spoonful of vegetables. So we should not use the word saping. We should use the word sapping. S-A-P-P-I-N-G. That is the correct word. So that means dull or weakening. Outraged, Balboa denied all charges and demented that he to be taken to Spain to stand the trial. So here outraged Balboa denied all charges and demented is not correct. We should use demanded. Demented is not correct. So we should use the correct word demanded, that he has to be taken to Spain to stand trial. Outraged means angered. Outraged means angered. Angered Balboa. Here the sentence tells us how Balboa was angry and he denied all the charges. That means all the allegations that has been against him, and he wants to go to be taken to Spain for legal proceedings. Here demented means insane. Demented meaning insane. That is not correct. So we should not use demented. We should use demanded. The person is demanding that he has to be taken to Spain. So demanded is the correct word. Demented is not correct. Next one. Some railway companies whose bridges had to be modified to cross the canal demanded compensation. So here we should use possessive pronoun whose. Whose is a possessive pronoun. Whose is a possessive pronoun. So whose bridges, that means the bridges belong to them. So we should use whose, which is a possessive pronoun. Who is not correct. Whose means who is, which is not correct. We should use whose. Whose is the correct thing. So whose is not correct. WHOSE, whose. Whose is a possessive pronoun. We are talking about railway companies. So representing railway companies, there should be a possessive pronoun. So we should use whose. Whose is the appropriate word. The administration has taken positive steps to dash the education system. The administration has taken the positive steps to revamp is correct. To revamp. To is followed by the base form of the verb. Base form. Or to is followed by first form of the verb. So revamp is correct. Renovated, devised is not correct. Increase means rise. Then dispel means drive away, which is not correct. We should use to revamp. To revamp means to improve. Revamp means to improve. We have to improve the education system, so we should use revamp. Health and education sectors are the two of the most important dash sectors in the global market. Two most profitable or lucrative. We should not use profit, we can use profitable or lucrative. Lucrative means profitable. Lucrative means profitable. Health and education sectors are the two most lucrative sectors, profitable sectors. So here we should use the adjective to modify the noun sectors. Sectors is a noun. Sectors is a noun. So to modify the noun, we should use the adjective. What type of sectors? Profitable sectors. So we should use lucrative. Lucrative is the correct thing. Benefit is a noun. Benefit meaning advantage. Benefit meaning advantage. Necessity. This is also a noun. Necessity means requirement. Necessity means requirement. Profit is also noun. So this is one noun. This is also noun. This is also noun. But this is adjective. So we should use adjective to modify the noun. So lucrative is the correct thing. Let us see the next one. She is an aware citizen who has always dashed to contribute the progress of the country. She is an aware citizen who always wished. Who always wished. So here has followed by third form of the verb. Has followed by third form of the verb. Has should be followed by V3 form. Because here we should use present perfect tense. Has plus verb. Has plus verb. So wished. Wished is correct. Wished means wanted. Wished means wanted. Then admiring. Admiring is nothing but it is a continuous form of the verb. Continuous form of the verb. Admiring means liking. Admiring means liking. That is not correct. Then prepare. Prepare means to become ready. Prepare means to become ready. That is not correct. Motivating. This is also a continuous form. Ing form is nothing but continuous form. Continuous form of a verb. So this is also not correct. We should use third form of the verb. So wished itself is correct. Stimulate means drive. This is first form of the verb. We should not use first form. We should use only third form of the verb. So wished itself is correct. In the beginning, I looked dash and could not find quite the car I dreamed of. In the beginning, I looked around. Looked around. Looked around means looked in the surroundings. Looked in the surroundings. So here we need a preposition to modify look. So here the phrasal verb is looked. To modify it we need a preposition. Around is a preposition. Around is a preposition. So looked around is correct. Looked around. Look after is not correct. Looked after means taking care of. Look after is not correct. Why? Because taking care of, that meaning. Look above. Why look above is not correct? Look above means look over something. Look over something, which is not correct. Then look down. Look down means to degrade. Look down means to degrade. Look out. Look out means to watch. Look out means to watch. So here all are inappropriate. So we should take which one? We should take look around. Look around itself is correct. Look around is correct. Let us see the next one. The RBI has played conservative in dash a rate cut of just 25 base points. So the RBI has played a conservative in announcing is correct. Here we need a gerund to follow the preposition in. After preposition we should use gerund. Gerund is nothing but verb plus ing form. Gerund means verb plus ing form. Announce is a verb. Announcing is a gerund. So RBI has played conservative in announcing. In is a preposition. The preposition is always followed by gerund. That is the grammar rule. So in followed by gerund. In announcing a rate cut of just 25 base points. Then introduce. Introduce means bring about. Introduce means bring out. Introduce means bring out. Proposed means offered. Proposed means offered. Improving means enhancing. Improving means enhancing. Decreasing means reduce. Decreasing means reduce. So we should use announcing, which is the correct one. Announcing is the correct one. So 5 is the correct answer. So with this we completed the paper number 7 and 8. In the next class we will discuss the next two papers. Thank you very much.